All right, we're gonna go ahead and do the shady lookalike again.
Super shady lookalike, please.
Sorry, super.
Okay, but imagine a Nargacuga with a gun.
I'm imagining it. It's pretty great.
I'm all for it.
Sunbreak, you better pull out for us. Pull out? That's not a phrase anyone
Sunbreak
says.
better not come inside of me.
Oh no. Honestly, you know, like hypothetically, kind of hoping it does.
I'd be Sunbreak's baby daddy. Or would Sunbreak be my baby daddy? I'm not sure the science behind this.
We're gonna find out together.
Are we getting double teamed by Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak?
I sure as hell hope so.
So this game is double teaming you in the sense that it is fucking both of you at the same time.
Yeah, and Tim isn't gonna let it pull out.
So does it have two dicks, or?
We're gonna find out together.
No, but it does have a fist.
All right.
The fist also ejaculates.
that was my follow-up question.
Oh yeah, right. That was part of it, huh?
What's wrong with us?
This is gonna be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to seeing how they pack this cartridge.
You know, I really can't wait for the dildo pre-order of Monster Hunter.
For a friend.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, sponsored by Bad Dragon.
Yeah.
Look, I need a Tiger's penis dildo, just you know, for science.
Hey, I'm sure that has to exist, right?
A what?
Like Monster Hunter themed monster dildos.
I mean, probably, obviously unlicensed.
Well,
Extremely
yeah.
unlicensed.
Would my
I'm sure
Yeah, I
that's
never
the
got
thing.
around to reading that like thesis on the Magnum Malo theme that you sent me. I'll have to get to that.
Yeah,
Do you have mixed thoughts?
I think it's kind of just a shitty paper.
Yeah, that's. I mean, just hearing the title of it, I'm like, this is not paper-worthy material, but let's go.
Yeah, and I
A
don't think.
thesis.
And
I'm like, you're talking about a 2-minute track of music for your entire paper.
Is this
Yeah.
a doctoral thesis or like a master's thesis?
Certainly not doctoral.
It's or something, right?
Maybe, but like it has heavy written by an 18-year-old energy.
I see.
Hey,
Maybe it was like a high school thing.
what's this fucking hole? Oh, it's for the Optonauts. or
I
whatever.
mean, I can't remember the Reddit thread specifically, but it said something like, for my maybe music appreciation class or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right, the final paper.
It was much more final paper than like grad thesis or anything. Like
How many pages?
even undergrad thesis. Like, and I don't know. I don't like if it is like an 18-year-old. I don't want to roast them. I just feel like it's not well written.
I mean, I imagine, based on it being on some kid sharing it on the Monster Hunter subreddit, that it is probably like tier or worse. Oh, sorry, you're gonna have to bleep that again. Wasn't thinking.
Keeps happening.
It's a good bit though.
Really glad
It
that
makes
we
me
have it.
lie every time I hear it. So
Like if you didn't say, "Oh, you're gonna have to bleep that," I would have forgotten.
I would probably also do that.
Yeah, we can't let our rival know that we're plotting against them.
Exactly.
by reading
Similar
similar quality Reddit threads.
roast his ass. I don't know. There are some things that are interesting. Like he does have a. I shouldn't assume they have a brief history of Japanese traditional music, like for a page or two, which doesn't really at all relate to Monster Hunter or the Magnum Malo theme or the thesis, but is
Yeah.
at least researched and interesting. So it's more So it's above the tier of idiots being like, this traditional Japanese music, and then playing gamelan, like...
Well, yes. I mean, but like, it doesn't resemble like gagaku or Japanese court music at all. It is literally like there is a shakuhachi in here and there is a koto in here. Those are Japanese instruments.
Yeah, that's the...
And
that's
otherwise, it's kind of a Monster Hunter theme.
yeah. That's a... Hey, he said that in 11 pages.
11 pages, wow.
Yeah.
Quite a few of those.
Quite a few of those. So, but like if I Google Monster Hunter dildos, my computer will break out of protest, right?
Let's hope so. Let's hope the FBI just like finally pulls the plug.
I know how to get away. You just Google that, but at all caps for a friend at the end.
Okay, all right.
They're like, oh, this guy's cool then.
Put in parentheses, joke.
And then in like brackets, like people shouldn't be shamed for like dildos, etc., etc., etc.
And then in
the squiggly ones.
and you put like 2 tildes on the outside and say no homo.
Yeah. And then in like a super parentheses, a little homo.
No, put that in superscript.
No. So what I've gathered from this is that if you search for weird dildos, the FBI will arrest you. But if you put, but I'm not ashamed in parentheses after searching for the dildo, your FBI agent will respect your sex positivity and leave you alone.
Correct. Did I? I did.
Yeah, you should instead just threaten the FBI agent. Say like, like if you want this, you're gonna come to my house and you're gonna have to find it.
I really want to be like the Google like whatever your job was for like 2 days, Tim, who has to like rate the search results for weird dildos. FBI, if you attempt to arrest me, I will kill you.
No. I'm still so sad I never ran into one of Chris's completely incomprehensible Google searches.
It really is a shame. Because I am the best at Google.
Wait, where is this? Oh.
I know, I also went right by it. Hey, where's the Silver the Hedgehog quest? Bye.
That is the name of that character.
Yeah.
Like, you said that, and I'm like, who? Is that an OC? No, that is the Sonic character, isn't it?
Not OC, please steal.
What's the name of the sexy bat?
Rouge?
Also,
Rouge, right.
Not Rogue, because... Okay, wait a second. Rouge the Bat / Rogue the X-Men cross... Woman. But fan fiction? I don't know. I don't know enough about either of them, but there's something.
I think Rouge... I mean, that's like a kind of makeup, right?
Yeah.
So I think that is what she is named after.
It also means red in French.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it spelled that way?
Yeah.
R-O-U-G-E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
M-O-U-S-E. Rouge the Bat. Donald Duck!
Can Rouge the bat fly?
She mostly just walks boobily.
She does walk boobily, but she also flies, but ironically she flies not like a bat, she flies like Superman.
Also, she does want to have the echidna penis inside her.
Presumably.
The 6-headed echidna penis.
New dildo just dropped.
Newt dildo just dropped.
No.
This one's a little unhinged.
Probably all pretty. I think we're all pretty tired too. At least I am.
I didn't expect to work for about 12 hours.
Yeah, that's criminal.
It's not criminal. It's just horrible, horrible labor practices.
Which should be criminal.
Which should be criminal.
Yeah, definitely just not great.
Live and learn!
Another 13-hour shift tomorrow!
No, tomorrow I'm not going until 2, and their rehearsal ends by 9, I think, because it's a bunch of kids.
Hope you're excited to stay till 3 in the morning.
Those children are going to impose a lock-in, and there's nothing that you can do.
There's several things I could do,
Nope.
including but not limited to leave?
No. BCAS is like, please do not say anything to the children, and also you have to be there.
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
The terrorist being you?
No, the children.
The children are the
It
terrorists.
is accurately recognized that the children are the terrorists, but
I'm glad we have acknowledged this.
but I am at their behest. What's going on? Rogue's name is Rogue, right?
Yes.
I don't think that's not.
Oh, wait, you mean like her character name?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
No,
What is it? No, it's-
I mean like her.
it's not
I mean her
Rogue.
like made up name.
Oh.
Like,
That's a bad. It's bad.
what?
Rogue.
I mean, is it just because she... I mean, obviously her power is to, like, accidentally steal other people's power, or not accidentally. What I don't know how that implies anything good.
Yeah. Like Cyclops makes fucking sense. He's got eyeball shit going on.
I mean, Rogue. Well, she started out as a bad guy.
Did
Oh,
she?
in the comics? Or...
Yeah,
Oh.
she was originally she was raised by Mystique, the blue shapeshifter lady.
She was raised by Mystique?
Yeah, Mystique is her adopted mom.
I don't understand ages in comic book universe at all.
Yeah, well, Mystique's a little bit easier to explain in that she's just immortal. But no, don't even try to think about the ages. They never line up.
Is that a route they were trying to go with the new series at all? The new movies?
What?
I can't remember. With Jennifer Lawrence Mystique?
No, because Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique was way different from the original comic book Mystique.
Yeah, she was just kind of like a girl boss, wasn't she?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she was like a kid who got she's like Charles's adopted sister. Whereas in the comics, Mystique is like she's like some old like noblewoman or something who just is a shapeshifter. So she's been around since like the 1800s is the assumption, I think. I don't know if they've ever
Girl
given
boss.
her like a, and then she's married more or less to a blind like future like teller seer who is a girl.
Okay.
There was a strong push to make them lesbians in like the 80s, but that was not allowed.
Speaking of Spider-Man an hour ago,
Yeah.
I saw something that Stan Lee said about Spider-Man that I appreciated. Apparently, at one point, he said that the best thing they ever did for Spider-Man was to put him in a full mask and full costume that covers like every part of his body, because then anyone could see themselves as Spider-Man. He's like, it doesn't matter if they're black, it doesn't matter if they're Latino, blah, blah, blah. Anyone can see themselves as Spider-Man, and that's the best thing we ever did, and we did it entirely on accident. And I'm like, huh,
Well,
Stan Lee seems alright, actually.
yeah, he's definitely like he knows what to say. I'll definitely give him that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going full J.K. Rowling. Like, yeah, maybe Spider-Man is black.
Yeah, no,
He
because he
is,
was...
maybe this whole time.
You don't... Do you know his secret identity? And everyone's like, it's... Yeah, man, it's Peter Parker.
Right, no, you don't.
We kept that a secret.
If you actually read the comics, we have never revealed Spider-Man's secret identity.
I mean, like, the level of, like, complete ignorance that shows is almost similar, honestly.
Stan, what are you talking about, man?
Man, you're gonna secret identity in the first issue.
Captain America is gay. Elaborate on that. No!
Yeah. Oh my lord. All of the Avengers are Native American. Because it's in America.
Stan, that's not how that works!
Well, now.
Oh my god, I'm
Yikes.
crying. I do love the idea of Stanley just going completely off script.
I always like to think of Ben Grimm as being made of cake.
Iron Man is a separate Iron Man suit for every time he has to take a shit. Sully's a different Iron Man
You
suit.
never figured that one out.
And he sends it into the sun.
But Stan, that's so many Iron Man suits. It'd be so.
Magneto is based on this guy I knew. He could really do that.
That one was pretty crazy. I don't even know if I made Magneto.
He did make up Magneto.
I don't fucking remember. I do remember that guy, though.
Mr. Fantastic is a war deserter and a coward.
Yeah, he just, like, does everything that retroactively, like, destroys everyone's... Like, what was the... like, Atticus Finch being racist or whatever.
Yeah. He was actually like a member of the Klan.
Actually, Black Panther is racist.
Well, that one is true.
I mean, like, actually, in a way, kind of.
It's very like the mysterious like African nation.
Oh my god, yeah.
I read recently, kind of randomly, the first issue of that Black Panther ever appeared in, and it's not as bad as it could be. Like, the character is treated with some amount of respect, but it is also this like fake African nation, and all of the black people are gray.
Okay.
It's
Good
like
start.
early comic book coloring was weird, and you only had like 3 paints to work with,
Yeah.
and so you just kind of had to make do, and they didn't figure out like black skin until a while later.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Tigra sucked my dick.
Who? When?
It was the 70s.
We were all hopped up on cocaine.
Tigra was there and she was like, hey, Stan.
Rest in peace, Stanley.
Yeah, seems like a decent guy.
You guys have seen the clip of Stan Lee with like
Rob Liefeld?
Rob Liefeld and
Oh
Yes. Oh, it's
The
so
other guy.
good.
So good.
It's incredible.
Like, not even like lightly ribbing them, like actually insulting them to their face.
Like it's like this man detests what these people are doing to his craft.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Did you know that in the comics there was a scroll that disguised itself as Hank Pym and then had sex with Tigra? And so
Oh,
Tigra
no.
has a son who is like Oh, like, who is that? It's someone. It's like.
And they look like Hank Pym, or
That Shikasta?
there's a character called Shikasta?
In Marvel. She's like tied to Ultron.
Huh.
Yes. Man, the Hank Pym situation is fucked up.
It's
He's
legit, Michael Douglas.
He's a weird character, and just a series of decisions has just kind of always been stuck in a bad place.
Huh.
Yeah, here's the Marvel Wiki quick summary. William was conceived by Tigra and Kriti Knoll, a Skrull agent posing as Hank Pym. Tigra gave birth to her son within 2 months and left him with the cat people, who gave her powers to protect him from Norman Osborn, who desired to experiment on him. Because that's just what happens in the comics.
Huh. What, Norman Osborn is just doing illegal shit all the time, basically?
Norman Osborn is apparently all over the place. He was the president?
He was the president for a little while. He's just kind of like the Marvel's version of like Lex Luthor. He's just not. He's not as like intimidating as Lex Luthor. So he's just kind of like doing all this weird stuff in the background. And
he
just
only
like,
stole 10 cakes.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's like right now he's posing as Iron Man. He's just leader of the Avengers now. I guess that's happening.
Oh, but he already formed his own Avengers one time. A lot of people form their own Avengers.
Shocking.
The Avengers is they're very open source. Like if you got an idea for an Avengers, you can pitch it to them and they'll probably approve it.
And if they don't approve it, you could just do it anyway.
Yeah, Iron Man is a real libertarian. He doesn't sue.
They even put up with the Great Lakes Avengers.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's a joke. There's a short run of a bunch of like misfits who are basically parodies of Marvel characters, and they all live in Wisconsin and call themselves the Great Lakes Avengers.
Huh.
Yeah. Because
Also,
you have the West Coast Avengers for a while, and so they're the Great Lakes Avengers.
And like once every 5 issues in the Great Lakes Avengers, they find a new person, a new grasshopper, who is just like a weird, silly. He has a suit that makes him jump like a grasswalker. Like every 5 issues, he's about to join the Great Lakes Avengers and then gets murdered, and then a new grasshopper pops up.
Oh no!
It's kind of funny.
That's where like Squirrel Girl got her start, I think.
Basically, she was in like a one-off comic where she helped out Iron Man defeat Doctor Doom.
Yep.
And then she went on hiatus until Great Lakes Avengers, the GLA.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I got insurance, so we're gonna try that super tough Apex Arzuros.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, Arzuros? Okay. I'm not concerned.
It's very... Jordan and I tried it the other day and failed.
It's bad, yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey, Chris, don't the Great Lakes Avengers have a superhero whose power is based on, like, bulimia?
Yes. She is... I think her name might be Big Bertha.
I think that's correct.
And the joke, haha, when she's a superhero, she's so fat. It's funny. And then she throws up and she's skinny and she's a supermodel, and no one would ever guess that the supermodel, she's the fat one.
Yeah, that's...
It was the early 2000s. Can you tell?
That does seem like when that would be seen as culturally acceptable.
Yeah.
What a weird time.
I'm glad I wasn't alive.
Same.
Yeah. Our relationships with fat people have only started to normalize. Hey, you guys remember the Blob? The X-Men villain, the Blob?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about like the 1950s pulp movie.
No.
I was like, okay.
80s pulp movie.
80s pulp movie?
There's 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
There are a couple of them, yeah.
The 80s one is significantly more disgusting.
Yeah.
Because it was from the 80s.
Yeah.
An unforgivable time.
Okay now.
Yeah, I feel like the early like mid 2000s are the most uncanny time right now. Just because it's like they were enough like right now that it's shocking how much shit was still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It is interesting to think about.
I think we should probably go around and gather stuff first.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing that.
Might be in our best interest.
Jordan, have you read any of the Immortal Hulk?
Yes, I read
I've
the
heard-
first 10 or so issues a while ago, and I definitely want to like
Okay.
finish it at some
I've
point now
heard
that it's like done.
I've heard it's incredibly good, and my brother-in-law loves the Hulk, and I don't know if he's read it or not, but he does not. My sister said they do not own any of Immortal Hulk, so I got him that for Christmas, and that showed up recently, and I'm like, I should read that for myself, but like not the copy I bought him.
Yes, what I read of it was very good. I enjoyed it a lot, and then I think I don't remember. I think I was whatever, but I read the first like 10 issues or so, and then I would definitely plan on reading more of it at some point. I think I'm probably going to end up getting a Marvel Unlimited subscription at some point.
It's useful, man. Like, I've read so much stuff that I didn't expect to read, and also a lot of stuff I did expect to read, and there's always more stuff piquing your interest when you're reading comics. You're like, oh, I wonder what their deal is.
Yeah, I did the free trial recently just to kind of check it out, and besides just having a lot of difficulty getting onto the actual like service.
Oh yeah, the app itself is miserable, and they updated it like 3 months ago, and everyone's like, "This is horrendous," and they're like, "Ah, fuck, we're gonna be very communicative about our changes as we try and fix this massive mistake."
Well,
but the Marvel Unlimited in general is really well liked by people, just because it's like they're pretty much like, yeah, as long as it's not like 6 months ago, like we'll go and just toss it on there and we've got it.
Yeah.
yeah, Chris, didn't you say it was like somehow they made you completely unable to put anything in order at all?
Yeah,
or something?
one of the things that they're doing in an update this month finally is the ability to sort by date.
Which does seem important when it comes to hundreds of issues of comics.
I think it's over 20,000 comic issues in Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
And it's kind of absurd. Like,
Yeah.
it is a very good service. Because like I only recently learned that DC has like their own version of it, and it is not considered as good because
Oh, is it
like
not?
I guess they like curate it or something to some extent, but it's really random. So there's like 2 issues of Superman from like the 70s.
Oh, that
That
is
kind of
weird.
thing where it's like really random things.
And like Unlimited does also have cool things where it's like a character read list where it's like, do you want to just get a good idea behind this character? We've got like a list that is a general thing to get you up to speed, see if you like them.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this fucking bear?
I'm full of juice, and I am also juiced
Ready
on
to
drugs. And I'm hooked on phonics.
Full of juice, hooked on phonics, and ready to... ready... I'm ready.
I'm ready to preclude this bear into the sun.
No one knows what that word means, Tim.
That was a lot of damage for my full health bar and also a defense boosting drug.
So, hopefully that's good.
Yeah, so what Jordan and I discovered is that his big like wind-up swipe is almost a one-shot, if not like always a one-shot.
Interesting.
You guys around?
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, there it was again. God.
What? There was what again?
Was something said?
Was something said?
Was something said? Don't come over here. I'm trying to heal with my SQ Go. Where is everyone?
I'm here.
We're coming.
There you are. Oh, you're here with a man.
We're
I
gonna
am
help.
basically dead.
Yeah.
Why is it
think I got
impossible
one
to
hit
hit
on
this bear? Why is this bear the strongest bear?
It has the hardest hits.
You've known me long enough to know that's not.
Oh my god, this bear kicked this Basilgeist's ass. Oh my god.
Did you get run off of it?
Yes.
I'm not like super surprised. It is hard to knock the apexes down, but
It is in the future.
and this one is like this one has to be like 2 times damage or something like that. It's insane.
Don't get hit.
Who's over here? He went back for blood, I guess. Okay,
The video game Back for Blood?
Back for Blood.
Back
The
for...
game that people wanted 15 years ago and now don't care about it really.
Yeah. It sure did sound like a lot more of that.
Yeah. Have you been? I mean, you haven't had like any time, but have you played any more Halo, whatever, Infinite?
No, no, it's mostly just the time thing. Like, I played,
Yeah.
like, there were 3 or 4 days when I played and had a good time, and then I stopped. I'm stunned.
Yeah, he does do that a lot.
Or he is also stunned. I threw a
Why didn't
beetle
you-
at him, and then I hit
Oh,
him in
was
the
that
head.
a ration and not a fish?
I mean, it's hard to hit this guy's head, so good to get one of those in.
Yeah.
I think I should probably finish Skyward Sword before I start playing Ocarina of Time.
Oh, do you have? Oh, on your N64?
On my Nintendo
or-
64, because I got a thing that will let me play my N64 and GameCube on my HDMI,
Yeah.
and it
Ocarina of
works.
Time?
It works well for the PlayStation. I just popped it in and to try it. I'm like, yeah, this
Yeah.
works.
What was I going to say? There's kind of a lot going on. I might switch to my head.
Jordan, have you video game?
No.
It makes sense. Like,
No, most of my spare
like
time has been going
school.
to comics, but I haven't necessarily had a ton of it, so.
yeah. I think Repentance is on Switch now.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Kind of. Once winter break comes around, I'll probably start looking into catching up on a video game or two.
It's not like a roguelike or something.
Isaac.
Oh, Repentance.
Yeah, it's
Isaac
the big DLC. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't wrong.
No, yeah, you were
it's a
correct.
roguelike.
It is indeed a roguelike.
Tim sent me one that he thought I would like. It's more art.
Yeah.
Wow. And I was just like, yeah, I might like that.
I was just. I'm gonna be honest. Most of the indie devs that I follow, none of their shit ever amounts to anything.
Yeah.
So like, I actually saw that one getting really good reviews, and it's like a guy who has like maybe 3,000 followers on Twitter or whatever.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
like, oh, that's cool. Can always appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it's like a roguelike with some RPG.
Yeah, it
crafting.
seems like it's more ultimately a little bit more of an RPG where it's just like there's permanent progression.
Yeah, sorry, it's not a roguelike, it's the bullet hell.
Yeah, it's like it's a twin stick that like is similar to something like Gungeon, but it's an RPG.
I don't think there's a roguelike element to it. There might be.
I chose a mistake. Never mind. I'm
Wow,
a god.
you did not get hit by that at all. I rolled in the right directions, apparently.
I also a while ago downloaded Mother 3 and the English patch onto my PC. Just because I'm like, I feel like I just need to have this at all times.
Yeah, that's fair. You
Reasonable.
might as well get it while it's like still in existence before Nintendo wipes it from
I
the face
really
of the earth.
don't think... I kind of just don't think they will at this point. Like,
Really?
I'm pretty sure Tomato has actually contacted them and said, hey, like, we did this work already for you. Please feel free to take this and publish it officially. We will delete everything about it from the internet if you make it available to buy. Nintendo of America would just ignored them.
I really want, like, there has to be some thought process, right? It can't just be, like, complete ignorance. I mean, Reggie
Yeah.
himself was like, I'm finally free of the curse of not having released Mother by like not being at Nintendo. And so like he knew that whole time that like so many people want it.
Yeah,
It's just so
like,
bizarre,
but
they-
I bet it's still just like, it seems like so many people want it, but if you actually crunch the numbers and Nintendo of America has, it would not, like, make a profit.
Maybe
And, like, they're a
Yeah.
business, so that's what they care about ultimately.
like a port would not make a profit. Like not even a remake or anything. Just like, I mean, I guess they would have to localize it unless they're willing to buy Tomato's work. Or no, just take it for free.
I could be wrong about that, but I think it has just been offered to Nintendo.
I think you've mentioned that before. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my headphones.
Wouldn't it be super funny
Yeah.
if we triple carded right now just to own him?
I mean, it would own us too is the problem.
Yeah, but I'm owned constantly.
Yeah, I guess we both do exist in a constant state of being owned. So
Yeah.
sure, let's do it. I will bare my neck to the bear.
Am I heard?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
You
we
didn't
missed
hear
our
shit,
chance.
right?
Oh, I mean, I heard all of that. I walked
Aw,
like slightly
fuck.
behind the couch.
Oh,
to get my
jeez. Oh, damn.
Always owned.
Oh, crap. Damn it.
headphones. Snap, snap.
Tim, I'm not
Spark,
always
spark.
owned. I want you to know that. If you think I'm always owned, you're wrong. You're owned.
I'm the Flame Alchemist, and I'm gonna be Führer.
Speaking
God.
of Travis Willingham, that man's been absent from Critical Role for like 4 episodes at this point.
Really?
Yeah, like I guess spoilers. You probably don't care, unless you do. Spoilers?
No, I don't have the time. I just don't have the time, and I was burning
that's-
out at the end of campaign 2 anyway.
I think that's fair. And basically nothing of interest has happened yet, I will say. I will let you know if anything of interest begins to happen, but... you know, what's funny is I say that, but Travis's character died in, like, the 2nd episode.
That's funny. I mean, he was playing a joke
An old man.
NPC from Critical
Yes.
Campaign 1, which was, I thought, a very funny bit.
Yes, and, you know, even though it's clear that the intention was for him to die, like, to begin with, it is still pretty fun.
Yeah, like, honestly,
but,
going into, like, your renowned D&D campaign that gets actually millions of viewers and be like, okay, for this one, I'm just going to make a joke character who will die in 20 minutes.
So I'm going to be a 90-year-old man whose stats are trash and, like, can't really do anything
Whose
for himself.
only
at
skill
all.
is hubris.
Pretty much. So that's pretty funny. But because of that, he is now off the show, and they keep, like, Matt keeps pointing them in the direction of this man that they're supposed to meet and protect. And I'm like, that has to be Travis, but they still haven't gotten there yet. Like,
I would love an entire campaign where Travis just makes piece of shit characters who die, and then 3 episodes later, he's back again.
Would be pretty funny.
it would be pretty funny. And Robbie, who is new to the cast in this one,
Yeah,
he's
that guy
great.
seemed
and
alright.
People seem to like him, which is good. Yeah. No, he was great from the start. I mean, people just have their assumptions about what the campaign they want is, and he probably was not in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, other than that, virtually nothing has happened.
Okay.
Because he died, and then they were like, oh shit, like, they kind of humorously, like, were like, we didn't really know him at all, so, oh well. But they did, like, try to go avenge him or whatever, and they discovered some hole with a bunch of weird stuff coming out of it. That's about it.
I love when weird stuff comes out of the hole.
That's about 12 hours I just saved you.
I'm gonna go avenge some motherfuckers because weird stuff's coming out of my hole.
Don't like that.
I'm pretty sure that's what the plot to Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America: The First Avenger. I think that's. I
The whole
think.
first core or whatever they call it.
Yeah, the first core.
Face.
Yeah, a tight 13 episodes.
Can't remember. Was something announced recently that was exciting?
Mob Psycho 3?
It might have just... Yeah, I might just be thinking Mob Psycho 3. I'm like a little worried about it. Mostly just because I'm worried it'll absolutely run its course.
Help.
And I'll be tired
Help.
of it. Oh!
Help.
Here. Here. Smashing so hard.
Thank you.
Alright.
Jordan, you still have not watched Mob Psycho, correct?
No. I was about to ask what you guys were talking about. Thank you.
It's
it's
a delight.
I know you guys love it, and everything else I've heard about it is that it's great.
Yeah.
And maybe I
it's
won't
something I imagine you would like.
It's like it's one of the things that kickstarted me being like, you know what? I'm just into sincerity in media. Like that's
yes,
an important
absolutely.
quality for me now.
Yeah.
Yes,
I get
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
It is just one of those shows that feels like actually affirming, and it like is just trying to present a character who truly like
Cares.
believes in the best in people and like that kind of stuff. And yeah, just a very good show.
And also it has Reagan Arataka.
Yes, who is also very good.
And also he's there. My piece of shit son.
But yeah, I am worried it'll run its course. Kind of. I mean, it's always been better than like My Hero Academia, but like I'm hoping it doesn't go fully My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
How long it goes on and everything.
And like One Punch Man, like okay, the joke got old after the first season for me, and like it was a good season, and then they made a second.
They made a second, and it was it was not Madhouse, and the animation looked like trash, which is kind of the best part about the entire franchise, is how amazing the animation of that first season was. So it's like, no one really liked it that much. Everyone's like, yeah, the story we liked is here, but at what cost? But yeah, I won't like talk anyone's ear off about it, but Arcane is absolutely worth watching and one of the best things I've seen in years. And at least in terms of like original fantasy kind of like media.
I saw another person tweet like, man, this is what Blizzard should have done 5 fucking years ago. And I'm just like, damn, you're just right.
Yeah, it's hard to know if they could have done it even remotely as good, but I don't know, seeing that a show adapted from video game material can be this good is like honestly shocking.
Yeah. And then
like someone actually wrote good shit in here.
And then the Last of Us TV show is going to come out and everyone's going to shit their pants over it, and it's going to be horrendous.
Oh yeah, it's a TV show. Right?
It's just going to be a worse Walking Dead. And
yeah.
That's all it was to begin with.
Yes.
Or not necessarily a worse Walking Dead, but basically
because Walking Dead is also pretty bad.
Walking Dead is terrible.
Yeah, like
except for maybe that Telltale game that people liked when that rest in peace.
No one's like the actual Walking Dead show for like 6 years, but they all have like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
I actually own
that show keeps going.
I own a non-zero amount of the Walking Dead comics, actually.
No, I think the comics are good. They I've read the first 50 of them. That's like what the first giant book had in it, which my brother has.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I have. No, I probably have about 25 issues total. I think I have 5 books of 5, something like that. Yeah,
it's actually a good comic. It definitely runs into the issue that the show had, where everyone's just kind of miserable constantly, and anytime they get a little bit of stability, it has to be blown up. Because those comics
have to continue.
It has to continue, and it has to be about how man is a wolf to man. Yeah, and so
it kind of reminds me. Did you guys ever read The Road?
No.
I also did not.
It's pretty good. But in that book, there's this moment where they find this big warehouse full of rations and stuff that someone had made and then presumably died or something.
Yeah.
And they stay there for like 2 days, and then they leave to continue on their journey to the coast. And it's just like, why? Like, why would you not just like ride that place out as long as possible? I don't know. It's like stuff like that. That's like, well, there has to be more plot though. Like, it would have even been reasonable if it had been written like a month past and we were like running out of food or whatever, but instead they just like leave after a day.
Yeah, in the movie at least they feel like they spent a bit of time. Yeah, in the movie it feels like they at least spent a bit of time there. And then
yeah, the movie's that
They
is
made a movie
good,
of the road?
very
yes.
it stars Viggo Mortensen.
Huh.
And it's very good and also just like miserable.
Yeah,
very
that's
good
kind of
movie. I'm
Cormac
never going
McCarthy's
to-
whole entire shit, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
It's a very good movie that I'm never going to watch again.
Yep.
That's also what y'all say about Grave of the Fireflies, right?
That's what I
haven't seen it.
said about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, and I don't really even feel like owning it because I know I won't watch it. But I don't know. Like, it was a good film. I don't think I like was moved by it as much as other people might have been. I don't know. Maybe it's because
Yeah.
I've seen sad things before, and I knew it was going to be a war movie. But it was good, but I like wouldn't watch it again because it was just really depressing.
This motherfucker
About
has too much
children
health.
being firebombed, basically. I watched a similar film that's on Netflix called In This Corner of the World, which I think is based off of a book of the same name, or maybe a manga. And it also follows a girl during World War II times in Japan, and it's weirdly lighthearted and miserable at the same time, and I liked that one a lot less. Like, at some point, her little sister, who she's babysitting, is exploded by like I think it might have been after the war.
Oh man, I love
And
the
she is
Hunger Games.
Yeah. Well, she's exploded by like a dormant mine or something like that. And it like blows the main character girl's arm off, and I'm like, well, this is the worst.
Is it use humor for like effect, where it's just like a juxtaposition of the humor with like the horrific violence of war, like kind of like a Catch-22 or Slaughterhouse-5, or is it more just like really incongruous?
I thought it was incongruous.
All right.
However you say that, because it felt like I think the point of it was trying to be like modern day Japanese life during the whole.
Yeah.
Jump in any direction you can. Okay. He only got the bear. Because he's the OG. They are the
Oh
OG.
my god, stabbed.
But it didn't even hit any of us somehow.
This Valstrax is a fucking homie.
He's huge.
It's quite big. Anyway. Yeah, weirdly enough, I watched it with my parents because my dad likes. My dad doesn't like anime, but he does like historical type movies. And I thought it might be a good one.
He's a father.
Yes, exactly.
Jordan, where are you going?
Did you get
Sorry.
knocked off?
No.
Oh, are you riding it?
Yeah, I ran a bit too far in the
now
wrong
he's coming
direction.
down. He's coming down and
Great.
all the way down here. I
Damn it.
guess.
And like the
Wait, no,
I'm
he's
gonna
coming
back
up.
up.
He's got
He's
a bone
coming
to
back
pick
up.
with you.
He's coming back up. It takes
That-
like 10
God
minutes
damn it.
to hop each ledge.
yeah, well, it takes 10 minutes to hop each ledge, and it doesn't let you hop back up, or it doesn't let you turn around, and so like
Bright eyes.
For
that
how
wasn't my
badly
best
Jordan and I-
showing.
You're still doing. I mean, if you can hit it just like a couple times, that'll be fine. Considering how badly Jordan and I did in this hunt the first time, we were doing very, very well.
Yeah,
I even have insurance. And we have
I actually got the non-Punisher off because Valstrax is
nice.
he's a real one.
Is the OG.
The oest of G's. Okay, you can
Please
leave
don't
now,
golf
sir.
swing me off
Sir,
the
you can
cliff.
leave now.
Well, okay, there we go. Nice job. Oh yeah, you guys see my
that
new
guy hit hard
sweatpants look?
a couple times.
This is the Sonic stuff.
Bro, it's a great look, bro.
Thanks, bro.
What are you, fucking
Bro?
tracksuit Dracula, bro?
I am bro. I'm Tracksuit Dracula.
The 3rd episode of the Hawkeye show was good.
That is what I've heard.
The
that
other
it gets-
3 so far,
Are what, bad or not great?
I don't love them. I think the average person would probably find them fine.
Okay.
I have a very personal stake in. It's like
I know this.
explicitly, yeah. It's just explicitly taken from that specific comic run a lot,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's doing it very well at times.
Oh, the one that you like?
Like the one that got me into comics, yeah.
Huh. How I can't imagine the Avengers Hawkeye adapting well into that series.
It doesn't, and he's the biggest problem with it.
Okay, well, there we go.
But they're doing Kate Bishop decently well, even if I didn't like what they did to her backstory.
Haley Steinfeld is just doing very well for herself right now.
Yeah.
She's obviously Gwen. She's in that, and she's the main character in Arcane as well.
Oh, she is?
Yep.
Damn.
It's like, oh, those are like all the biggest things that
Yeah,
people
so it's
like.
just like fucking Haley Steinfeld hour over here, huh?
Pretty much.
And you know what? I don't know if anyone's complaining.
I don't think so. She seems pretty rad.
Yeah, she's doing a good job.
I am out of mega potions. Wow.
Idiot.
Wild.